Hello, dear viewer. Thank you for joining me. It's Becca from Readings by the Empress and Loving Source Tarot. And today, I'm asking you to pick a stone, pick a pile, whatever draws you. And this is a message from your future self. If your future self could tell you anything right now, what would they tell you? Okay. So, pick the stone and we will see what message comes from your future self, your higher self, essentially. All right, let's see. Okay, so for those of you who chose the Rhodocrosite, it is a rosy red, chilled rose pink. Ah, yeah, it's so beautiful, huh? Rhodocrosite is the go-to stone for the bent and brokenhearted. If you feel a little bit bent down by life right now or brokenhearted, this is your stone. Anyone grieving or needing to grieve a loss or a relationship expired or an outdated idea of self. Ooh, maybe need to let go of that. Right? You breathe through your heart. You put on your chest and you breathe through your heart when your heart hurts. That's what the Rhodocrosite is good for. Oh, okay, so there's a message from your higher self. All right, let's see what we have. What would your higher self tell you? Pile number one. From the Arcanum deck, we have the 10 of coins and we have the World card. Oh my gosh, wow. Right away, there's a reassuring message and a message that you have been successful. Okay, and also sort of a completion. And we have the 8 of coins from the Knight Waite, and we have the 10 of swords. From the Light Seer's Tarot, we have the 8 of cups and the Knight of cups. Okay, so I will clarify with the Centennial Smith Waite deck, and let's see what we have. Well, the World is your Major Arcana pile number one, which is terrific, absolutely terrific. 8 of Cups, that is about the spiritual, you having the ability to separate yourself out, to become nurtured. Yeah, you know what I see here in the larger reading? I see achievement, 10 of coins, and the World. I see achievement. I see work well done. This is also the Generations card. If you played a part in nurturing family members and helping them to find security, there's success here. And there might be success here and security for yourself too. It's like you've accomplished a goal. I feel like your higher self might be saying, please understand that the worst is behind you. I feel like your higher self might be saying, especially with this 8 of coins and the 10 of swords, I feel like the message can be about, please know that you've learned a lot, you've been very productive, and you've achieved. But sometimes at the expense of yourself, right? There might be something that is bringing you low, is sort of make you feel almost a little broken, almost like this has taken too much of a toll on you, and it still is. So I don't know what this thing is, but like something has taken a great toll on you. You have completed it successfully, but wow, it cost you more than you thought it would. It's that kind of thing. Now you're coming into a new place with this success. I think you should look on yourself as a success. I think you should look on what you've achieved as a success. Even if you feel like, yeah, but I'm not quite there yet. Yeah, but I'd like to guarantee more security, maybe for yourself or for generations. I'm not quite there yet. You know what? I think that's been a thought that you've had and you've driven yourself. With this 8 of coins and the 10 of swords, you've driven yourself hard. Very frequently, you've driven yourself pretty hard to do your very best. You had high expectations for yourself. But I almost feel like your future self is saying it is time for a change, because you have actually successfully completed, even if it doesn't feel like you can, it's like you've been working on something so long that it's hard for you to acknowledge that you've succeeded already. It's like that. Yeah, it's hard for you to let go and start to take care of yourself here with this 10 of swords, 6 of swords. Yeah, it's hard to believe you're coming into calmer waters. Maybe it's not been easy. I can see pile number 1. It's not been easy. You have been successful, but this has taken a lot of dedication, a lot of hard work, and some tough lessons learned. So the 8 of Cups is a walking away, not necessarily permanently, but it's sort of like now I am connecting with my inner wisdom, what only I can know. It's between me and the moon. It's between me and intuition. It's between me and source. I am now connecting with what truly matters in life to me. I'm now connecting with my emotions. I'm now connecting with what is most emotionally rewarding to me. I am now looking for what is missing. And maybe you're looking back, you may be looking back on your history or old relationships, really, with the 6 of Cups. Your children, perhaps. You may be looking back on these things and feeling like it is hard to consider it complete. I don't know what this is. It's hard to see the success in, I feel like a lot of this is your work, your dedication to the people you care about, also dedication to family. But it's almost like it's hard for you to see the success, and your higher self wants to say, you've given too much, quite a lot, quite often. You've learned a lot, though. You've matured a lot. And that is, you've learned so many things along the way that's how you come into calmer waters. That's why it's time for more peace, more calm, more looking for what's missing in your life emotionally. That's what I see. Let's see. The Devil and the 8 of Coins. Okay. You may have felt trapped in something that, was a lot of work. It could have had to do with this 8 of Coins, with just need to work, need to produce, need to, I'm learning, I'm growing my security. It could have something to do with that, but it feels like you've been trapped in that, but not anymore. It's like I feel like your higher self is saying to you, you've arrived already. No more putting it off. No more putting it off. If I had the time I wanted, I would do this. If I had the fill in the blank that I wanted, I would seek this out. No more putting that off. I feel like they're saying you've already been successful. No more putting that off. You don't need to be bedeviled anymore or feel trapped anymore by, what is this? Need for productivity, need to keep stacking the coins, need to be married to your work. I don't know, but whatever it is for you that increases your security and has you nose to the grindstone kind of thing, and this can be health as well, but whatever that is, I feel like they're saying your priority is shifting. First of all, to your health, yes, because the 10 of Swords can be, you feel kind of broken down by, just all the thoughts, all the plans, all the everything. Maybe even some things people have said, or some not very nice kinds of treatment from other people, or betrayal by other people, or else your own painful thoughts. Your own painful thoughts that are harmful to you. It's almost like that's close. You do not need to drive yourself. You don't need to drive yourself with those kinds of thoughts. You don't need to consider what you're producing to be more important than your well-being. That's what I see here. In fact, it's the other thing. It's like, yes, you may be looking back. You may be as you walk with source, walk with your higher self. You may be reflecting, you may be reminiscing, you may be looking back. But this woman, she's looking forward to, though. She may have some reflections of that, but she's willing to see what has been good, because she has 8 cups upright. Remember, with the 8 of cups. So she's willing to see what's good, what's been successful, what's been good. And maybe taking the best. Maybe she's able to take the best memories, the most positive things. Yes. Okay. I want to look at this world card. This is success and completion. We have 2 Knight of Cups. Interesting. For some of you, this is about a job that you felt, or work, or a need to produce a lot you felt trapped in. And the Knight of Cups can be, we have it twice, the Knight of Cups can be a terrific job opportunity. It can be you are a terrific candidate for a job. So for some of you, the moving away from something is moving into work that is much better for you, because you've completed, you know what I mean? You've learned as much as you can from where you're at. For others of you, this Knight of Cups is either a really lovely message, or this can be a suitor. You know, this man is with his roses. Oh, but we have the Lover's card reversed. Interesting. Okay. So for some of you, this Knight of Cups can be a very nice message, a very welcome message. But for some of you, the manipulative aspect of the Knight of Cups, maybe it's both. Maybe this is welcome and then this is the manipulative aspect. I do not know. Because we have the Lover's card reversed. Be careful, I would think, about anybody who's promising to, deliver the world, right? Anybody who maybe, this would be a romantic overture, by the way. So if this doesn't apply to you, then just forget about it. You obviously have the other meanings of these cards. But for some of you, if there's a romantic overture happening, be careful, because the Lover's card's reversed here. The Magician reversed too. Okay, I got to tell you, for some of you, there might be somebody who has a romantic interest in you, who is almost like promising the world with the Magician, and they're not going to be able to deliver, and who's being actually manipulative. And that dozen roses, that's nothing when somebody is angling for something much greater that to take from you or to receive from you. So be careful. Some of you be careful here with this. Let's see. Oh, and then the clarifier is the 8 of coins. You know what I think, how it is so wonderful to fall in love. It is so terrific. And there's a lot of hope. And I don't feel like falling in love is a bad thing at all. But many times it changes us in ways forever that are very good for us. But if sometimes we are tempted to fall in love when we are feeling trapped over here, and when we're feeling a little broken down, right? Be careful. If that's you, be careful about romantic overtures right now. Because I feel like that's, it might be tempting to believe that, oh my gosh, I can have a partner. I can have a partner in finances. I can have a partner in life. I can have a partner. Yeah, but you have to make sure that person is worthy. You have to make sure the Knight of Cups is only the beginning. You have to know what's underneath. You have to know what's underneath the message that looks good. So for some of you, your higher self is letting you know. Don't be desperate for your life to improve. Don't make decisions out of a time when you're feeling pretty vulnerable or broken down. And please know you're already a success. Please know you've already slayed the dragon. You've already, even if you still do feel overburdened, you're still not feeling better yet, you're still not feeling easier yet, please know that the worst is behind you. You've already been a success. You've already done this. Maybe you're going to be much freer soon. And I don't know why, but you are. And you're going to have more time and energy soon to devote to your own happiness, figuring out what would make you happy. So you're already a success is what I'm hearing. You've already slayed the dragon. If there's a relationship you want to have in your life, add that. Ask for it to be an addition to an already good life. You know? That's what I'm saying. I feel like Source wants to give you loads of compliments and tell you, my gosh, you've done amazing. And I know it hasn't been easy. It's like your higher self is speaking to you with love and saying, I've seen your suffering. I've seen how difficult it is. I've seen it all. And I'm telling you, you were successful. I'm telling you. You've accomplished, you've achieved what you were supposed to achieve, what your higher self wanted you to achieve. And stability is here. And your work is about to pay off, is what I'm hearing. So it's almost like hang in there, but also don't accept anything that don't accept any lies about yourself. Right? Whether they're coming from someone else or from your own brain, old training, don't accept any lies about yourself that will harm you, okay? Because you actually are a success. You've actually done tremendously well. You might be the type of person to look at the mistakes you've made when you look back with nostalgia and dwell overly long on those. And you're missing the great success and what you built, which is tremendous. You're missing that. So I feel like they're saying, please spend some time connecting with Source, have talks with your guides, and figure out what it is that you emotionally need, how you feel, what's next for you. And you can do that by simply asking yourself, what would be the desire of my heart? What would I like? And you do deserve that. I feel like they're saying you do deserve that. Like this reading to me says, be your own love. Be your own love. Be your own best love. That's to me what this says. And know your successes. And you will be building something better. So it's not like you're done producing pentacles. You will indeed be building something better. Maybe you had been trapped in a sort of work or responsibility that it felt like you didn't get ahead. But you were, but it might have felt like that. And that might have been for the purpose of learning. That 8 of Coins a lot of times is about learning. But you really have learned as much as you can from that situation. And you were successful with it. And it might be time to build something new. Because this looks, and with support, help, guidance would be good too. Yeah, because this looks like a tremendous building opportunity here coming in. Already begun probably for many of you. So that is what I see, pile number 1. I sure hope this is helpful to you. Take care and we'll talk soon. Hello and welcome to your reading, pile number 2. Now you chose, when you ask what your higher self Your future higher self, your future self, your higher self might want to tell you about this moment today. You choose the Jasper, this little Jasper. Okay, and the Jasper, is a huge variety. There are many opaque quartz that are Jaspers. There can be red, there can be yellow, there can be tan. Yeah, multicolored. But this Jasper, air signs and city folks, it's grounding. So a lot of times when you need grounding in the physical world, you will choose Jasper. Wherever you'd rather be barefoot, right? Pulling vibes from the earth below. White sand, green grass, yes. When you want to get back into your body, that's what's good with Jasper. And this beautiful experience of the physical world. This safe, calming, reassuring experience of the physical world. That's what the Jasper brings. Okay, so when we ask what your future self would like to tell you, we have the Devil with the Arcanum card. We have the King of Swords with the Knight Waite. We have the Six of Coins, Six of Pentacles, and we have the Five of Pentacles. With the Light Seer's Tarot, we have the Five of Cups, and we have the Two of Coins. Yes, I say tarot because that's the American pronunciation of the word. I ask a friend who speaks French what the correct pronunciation of tarot is, because this was originally a French innovation. And, way back in the 500s. And she said it's taro. Actually, the correct pronunciation is taro. But in the U.S., we've Americanized so many words. English words, French words, what have you. So in America, it's tarot. So that's why I say tarot. All right. So now we have the Devil card, the message from your future self. Bedeviled by something, obviously. But you know what? The Devil card plays a part in the deck. The Devil is usually driving you a little bit crazy or creating some discomfort, at least, right before you're willing to usher in, you're willing to welcome the next new thing, the next new era in your life, the next new good thing. And you're ready to be done with something that is just, I can't stand it anymore. You know what I mean? So the Devil is not, I don't ever worry about getting the Devil card because it means it's time. And then we have Two of Coins, we have Five of Cups. So it's been something to juggle all your sources of security. That can be relationships that are secure relationships. That can be work and home. That could be health and work. But it's been something. You've been the nimble juggler, that's for sure. And maybe it's been even a little bit getting you down. With the Devil and the Five of Cups, it might be a little bit like you're thinking on a disappointment, or your thought life, you may be struggling with your thought life right now. Like it tends to want to think overly much about something that's worrisome or something, just anything that's obsessive or excessive. The Devil can also be excesses in behavior, either yours or somebody you're tied to. Because remember, the Devil and the Rider-Waite has the two lovers or acolytes, and they look like they're chained to the Devil, but they're really not. Oh yeah, there they are. They can take the chain. It's loose. They can take it right off of their head and walk away. But they don't. They fully believe they're chained to it. So this can be obsessive or worrisome, or in any way, it's too much. For yourself or for somebody or something you're tied to, about yourself or somebody or something you're tied to. So that is ready to give way to a new beginning because you are about fed up with thinking about that stuff. Okay, and so the King of Swords is logic, right? That is logic. That is reason. That is appropriate logic and reason. That is planning. So sometimes, I don't know if you have this trouble, but sometimes there can be an obsessive process in the background, in the back of one's brain, and it just like the intrusive thoughts come in and in and in, and it's not logic. It's really more emotionally driven, but it's almost like your brain is trying to figure something out without completely focusing on it, and it's actually makes things much worse. So when I saw these two together, I right away thought of journaling, because journaling, and especially journaling to your higher self, to source, to God, to your guides, to whoever is good and loving and all good, all loving, all true, right? All merciful, whatever source, whatever force that is for you. Journaling to that and just figuring things out can take you into this territory, right? Take you into the strength of your intellect and bring you clarity and good planning, good judgment, and can take you out of the, intrusive worries that just come on in, or intrusive negative thinking thoughts you don't want. So there might be some advice for that right now. Let's see. Let me clarify. Okay. We have the King of Swords reversed. Oh my gosh. Okay, so they're clearly saying you are way too smart. You are way too smart to be saddled with these kinds of negative thoughts coming at you. And I don't know if it's because of somebody else that you're worrying about, but let's see what else to say about this. Strength card reversed. It weakens you. It weakens you, right? So they really are saying, let's use that powerful intellect to get clear and make a clear plan, make a clear analysis of what's going on. It's not as bad as you think. There is a way out. You are not trapped in this. They're really saying you actually maybe already have a terrific plan to free yourself from a situation that feels kind of like trapping you in. So please understand that you absolutely have the logic and the ability to move forward with a good plan. Yes. Okay. So here we have the Two of Wands with the Six of Coins. So the Six of Coins, a lot of times it's generosity, right? In the Rider Waite, this is where the wealthy person is giving to the beggars, right? And the Five of Coins. For some of you, this is what's worrying you is money. Yeah, for some of you, that's what's worrying you. And you may even feel a little bit like you may be praying. You may be asking and wondering, okay, where is it? Where's the breakthrough? I need this breakthrough. This is clearly telling me, this is about, yes, praying. And yes, writing it out, getting into your logic, making a logical plan that will work and sticking to it. You will indeed improve your situation. And I say some of you are concerned about money because of the Five of Coins. And that a lot of times is lack of money, or even worry about being shut out in the cold, not having what you need. The Six of Coins is generosity. Let's see. That's either giving. Oh, and then we have Nine of Coins reversed. Yep. Okay, so that's either giving or receiving. But the point of it is that you will be given what you need. You'll be given what you need as you need it. Now, the Nine of Coins says, if there are luxuries you would like to have, you're not quite there yet for many of you. But the plan will get you there. A realistic, well thought out plan will indeed get you there. And of course, you don't have all the details about the future, but to plan to do what you can do right now. And then maybe in the future, it's plan A, plan B, and plan C. You don't know, but but to get clarity right now will get you on the right path and resolve your situation for sure. Please don't beat up on yourself with the Five of Cups. Please don't regret. Um, the Three of Coins, the Three of Wands reverse. What's that about? Oh, it feels like some of you would like to travel across the sea. And you'd certainly like to have peace and calm. And again, I feel like it's sort of like, it's okay if it's not time to do that. Your plan will get you there. Okay. I know you're working hard and you're balancing your sources of security. You have to take care of your health, and you have been really trying to balance, you know. That's why you don't get the Ten of Swords. You know, you've been trying to balance. You've been doing a good job, though it hasn't been easy. The Sun is joy. Okay, so I feel like they're clearly telling me that all of the things you're worrying about, pile number 2, and this worry might be intrusive, might be coming in, might be bothering you. Please, please know that your plan will get you out of this. You have a good plan. You can see things quite clearly, and you will. You will progress. You will get to the place where your ship comes in. You will get to the place where you have much greater calm and security. Don't regret. That's a waste. If you felt the need to balance your health and well-being with your money, with your resources, that's correct. They're telling me that's correct. See, you don't get the Ten of Swords, you don't get the Eight of Coins, which tells me that you haven't been like throwing your well-being away to just make money. And I'm glad for that. That's not what you were not supposed to do that, throw your well-being away. No, it's more like a good plan that you revisit. It's more like that. And maybe there is a waiting on luxuries. Maybe there is that, waiting on that trip, waiting on certain luxuries. That's okay. Because guess what? You have new adventures coming in. You have new goals that will be exciting to you, actually. This has got to be part of your plan. This can be 2 different directions I'm going in the future. I'm exploring, and those are good. And then, yeah, and this is balance too. Maybe you have 2 things that are main priorities for you. You will move forward with them. You will continue to balance them. You will do well with that. And the Sun is joy and favor. The Sun is favor smiling upon you. It's sort of like, just keep walking this out according to your plan. If something has been bedeviling you and you felt like you needed to let that go, you just needed to turn the page, that's good. That's good. Then turn the page. Because the King of Swords will also do that, right? Also cut something away. Maybe cut away a plan that isn't the right plan. Maybe cut away an association, right? Because again, with the 2 acolytes chained to the devil, maybe cutting away an association. Because it's not been good for you. Financially, perhaps, as far as your abundance goes. Okay, let us see. 6 of Swords, you're coming into calmer waters. You're this time of, I felt like you've been through quite a challenge, and it's felt less stable to you, and that you do not like. You do not like that. The devil is also the card corresponding to Capricorn. And I get that energy from you, pile number 2, which is sort of like, I like my feet firmly on the ground. I do like to have enough. That is very important to me. Health and a stability is very important to me. And I don't like it when I feel like I'm worried about that. That really actually does bother me. So, more so than it does some, right? But this is telling me sometimes oh yes, that's why Source brought me to the Capricorn. Okay, the Capricorn is the mountain goat, right? Prefers to just climb up that dang mountain. Gonna do it. Gonna do it. Gonna climb to the top. It might be a weaving climb. It's okay. You're gonna do it. right? And the achievement very often is something tangible with the Capricorn card. So I think maybe you've had some unexpected troubles, and maybe an association, whether that's a job, a person, or what have you, that some association that has been actually bedeviling in your goals. But guess what? What I feel like they're saying to me is, you know what, though? You're dang smart. You're dang smart. And you have managed to juggle your sources of security. You've managed to keep your balance through all this. You've managed to do it. And you've learned a ton in the meantime. And we are here to learn. So please don't regret. And the Two of Wands is sort of like, you've got the world in your hands. You got the world in your palm. Now you've got so much figured out. You have favor smiling upon you. You can draw on your terrific intellect and planning and move forward in the directions you feel you should move forward in. Whatever is bringing energy and enthusiasm, you go for it, you know? And you will continue to keep your balance. It will be okay. And in fact, there's some good fortune coming in. The sun is smiling upon you. There's some good fortune coming in. There is indeed encouragement to enjoy the outdoors with this one, to enjoy new adventures, like new adventures in doing. The Two of Wands can also be new adventures in doing. Like, I want to explore this. Like, I'd love to go hike that trail. Like, I'd love to learn how to do this, take this community ed class. What have you. I'd love to do something. It's definitely do. So there's also some guidance to do what enthuses you. Do what brings enthusiasm. Maybe being so practical. I feel like you're very practical, pile number 2. You were on a track up to a certain point and you thought it was going to look this way. But instead, there's all this learning that happened. And instead, you certainly kept your balance, but it's not looking, you thought you'd be further by now or something like that. It's okay, because the learning is the point. The finding what fills you with life is the point. And man, you've kept your balance in spite of it all. So that's a success. So part of learning too is taking us to the place where we're willing to come into easier waters. We're willing to come into calmer waters. Maybe we've adjusted what our goal is. Maybe the mountaintop, the top of the mountain, is not what it used to be. Maybe it's a whole different mountaintop experience for you now. Because you're wiser. You've learned a lot. And it's okay. It is okay. Because I feel like there is ease, there's greater ease, and there's greater joy, and there certainly is wisdom and peace, and being able to, sort of watch all of the turbulence of the world rush by without being part of it. There's great empathy and nurture. Sometimes our difficulties or things that didn't turn out the way we thought they were going to actually really expand our empathy, our wisdom about what's important in life, really expands our compassion, really makes us, just the wise people, and wise about our own emotions, and wise about ourselves, and how to have that peace and fulfillment. Sometimes that's the only way to gain that wisdom. And that's what you want. See, that was the point. And then that's the wisdom to allow ease into your life and joy into your life. You're shrugging off whatever intrusive thoughts or worries or whatever, you're shrugging that stuff off. It's almost like the devil, when you feel bedeviled, it's because you're trying to wear an outfit that ill fits you. You're trying to pull it off better than anybody. And you're trying to, gain the approval of who we don't know, the voice in your head, the public or people you've known or people you grew up with or your parents or your own internal critic. It's like sometimes it's just the ill-fitting, uncomfortable outfit. And it's just not us. And just because most of the world seems to think that that's how you should be doesn't mean that's us. It doesn't mean that's true wisdom, because most of the world doesn't have true wisdom. I mean, let's just say it. The world's ways, they're survival based, yeah, but they're a bit caveman, right? They're primitive brains. We need more, we need survival, we need success, we need more physical this and physical that, yeah. So the worldly wisdom is really not generally wisdom. So the point is this, and you have gotten there. You are getting there. You have a beautiful future ahead. You have joy. You can have joy right now. You can have ease right now. You've been through the worst of the worry. So that's what I'm seeing. Just walk out your plan and it will be good. Go to journaling, maybe to get clarity. And you'll keep your balance. Don't worry. But moving forward from here on out, you can move into greater joy, accepting the favor. Sometimes we can indeed ask for blessings from source, whatever we think that is, even if we don't know what that is. It doesn't matter. We can say whatever force out there that is good and loving and powerful and all truth and truthful, to that source I appeal for abundance. I'm asking for abundance. I'm asking for security. And I'm giving source permission to just bring it. Sometimes, too, the thing that stands in the way between us and the kind of financial security or health security, abundance that we want is our notion that we have to work for it. Is our notion it has to look this way getting to it. Our notion that we couldn't just receive it as a blessing because we wouldn't deserve it. Sometimes it's those kinds of things that get in the way. And what we need to ask is simply, hey, I'm ready. I surrender all ideas or notions about how this needs to come. And I give source permission to just bless me and take care of me. It is that simple. It is that simple. So, it seems to me, pile number 2, you have learned some deep wisdom. That was indeed the point and is indeed what will bring you joy and security. This woman has a supreme emotional security. So that's what I have for you, pile number 2. I thank you so much and have a marvelous day. Hello and welcome to reading pile number 3. Now let us see what your future self wishes to tell you about this time in your life. All right, you chose, now this is a paler version, but this is rose quartz. And so it's a heart, which is quite fitting. Okay, so rose quartz is love. It simply is love in rock form. So who needs it? The overly self-critical, sentient spiritual beings who love deeply, and those in the healing arts, or who want to be in the healing arts. Yes, and it brings a safe, loving place. It helps you treat yourself with loving kindness as well. It softens, right? So that's your rose quartz. That's what your higher self wants to give you today. Okay, so let us see what your future self would like to tell you, pile number 3. With the Arcanum deck, we have the Magician. Wow. And the 10 of Swords. Wow, we have some Phoenix energy here, boy. Okay, and we have with the Knight Waite, we have the Ace of Wands. And we have the Knight of Swords. Okay. With the Light Seer's Tarot, we have the Seven of Coins. And we have the Judgment card, but it was indeed upside down, wasn't it? Okay. So your major arcana are the Magician and the Judgment card. Clarity and good judgment. So it's with you, but this reading is going to help you to put it upright. That's what I get. Okay. So the Knight of Swords, the Ace of Wands, opportunity. This is a very dynamic time for you, pile number 3. Very dynamic time, but you may not feel it because, you might have just gone through something or you might be in a time when, boy, I don't know if it's other people sending messages to you or giving you messages or your own self-critical thinking, but whoa, that Ten of Swords, or you felt betrayed, or you felt like a martyr recently. There's something that got you down. Now, that is a minor arcana, however. So down, but certainly not down for the count. That's for sure. In fact, the 10 is a completion card. So that means, okay, I have had enough. And so whether it is sacrificing your own well-being, whether it is a lot of negativity coming at you, whatever it is, you've had enough. And it is now time. You know what you're on the edge of? You're on the edge of giving up, trying to fight a losing battle. I don't know why that's coming to me, pile number 3, but I feel like your higher self is saying you're right, you're about ready to throw the towel in on a losing battle. That just has brought a lot of negativity into your life. Whether that's from other people, whether that's from the messages that you just sacrifice your own well-being and sort of be a martyr and allow yourself to be mentally, emotionally, or physically harmed, essentially, by thoughts, others' spoken thoughts, your expectations of yourself, others' expectations of you. No, that's it. You are done. You are done. You are done with that. You're about ready to throw the towel in. And maybe there were a lot of thoughts telling you, I must do this. I have to do that. You know what I mean? The martyr thoughts, right? I have to try everything I can. I have to, Now it's almost like you're at a place where you're ready to give in to Source and say, okay, Source is the blesser, the magician, right? In this reading, it's sort of like the magician in the Rider Waite has his arms on a diagonal, and that means as above, so below. So that's sort of like you can live heaven on earth. That's what that is. And it doesn't have to be through self-sacrifice. It doesn't have to be through meeting everybody's expectation or even the expectations of the inner critic. That's in fact never brings it. That never brings you your own personal heaven on earth. The magician, so it's almost like you're at this place of asking for all that you need, asking for sort of you to magically be brought out of whatever circumstance is difficult. And that's the right thing to do because you have the power of the magician with you. High Priestess. Ooh. So one good thing about going through any kind of experience, whether it's huge or small, but getting to this place anyway, where we're like, okay, I'm at the end. I'm at the end of my answers here about this particular thing. And Source, just lay it on me. Give me the wisdom, give me the insight, give me the guidance, give me the freedom from the worries. Give me all that I require, all that I need. Bless me with abundance. Bless me with more. I ask you to solve this problem for me and give me the intuition. Give me the wisdom as I walk it out to know what to do each step of the way. And I'm going to not worry about it because I'm going to have my heaven on earth. I'm going to be in this present moment. I am really, honestly putting it in your hands, Source. And I am really honestly living in this present moment and trusting it gets solved. So that is amazing because these are two amazing major arcana, the High Priestess along with the Magician. It's saying the power of magic is here for you. So your future self would like to tell you that. And surrendering it to a loving source. And yes, being willing to be guided. But you know, the responsibility for the guidance isn't on you, is it? You don't have, when we put responsibility for wisdom and for intuition on ourselves, we instead we get our reason. We get the reasoning of the ego mind, which is usually just worries. Really, this is not helpful. It's just worries. It's the reasoning of our ego mind. Unless we are having clarity in making a plan, there's a place for that. That's actually clarity and good judgment. Then you've got the judgment angel helping you. But a lot of times the reasoning of our ego mind is just, it's just worries. It's ruminations. It creates this. It creates this. These are the swords that get us, you know? So sometimes just surrendering the whole situation. And if there is a plan that source will bring you, it will be quite clear. And the responsibility is on your higher self, is on source energy to give you what you need in your intuition, to give you the guidance you need when you need it. And it is not your responsibility. See, now the High Priestess, she's the oracle. She sits in front of the Holy of Holies. She has access to it. This is all telepathy, though. She has her mouth closed. So she has access, but she's the oracle. It's not so much that she is coming up with the wisdom that she shares. It's coming up through her. So she is receiving it. She may be receiving it through her crown. Yeah. So really putting the onus on your higher self and being willing certainly to receive the intuition. And a lot of times if you're worried about it and you're not sure that what you're hearing is your intuition, all you have to do is ask source to repeat itself, to say it enough times and in enough different ways that you know that you're sure of it. You can ask for as much clarity as you want. You know, we always have this idea that there's a limit to what we can ask for. Like, surely I must cultivate my own spirituality and I must bring that to the table. No, not at all. You don't have to be spiritual. You don't have to meditate. You might be drawn to meditate for the joy of it. You don't have to. You don't have to cultivate anything. You can ask and keep asking, you know? This is the secret. This is the secret. And this is and we don't need to have earned it, you know? So whatever problem has gotten you down, whatever is messing with your thought life, whatever that is, ask the magician, ask the source to please resolve it. And yes, offer yourself up as willingness to follow the intuition, but you know, say, hey, make the intuition strong, make the want to strong, make the energy strong, and I will act upon it because that will be joyful. It's like that. And then an opportunity comes in with the Ace of Wands. Ah, doubly so. Wow. Opportunity and opportunity again. So what I'm seeing is when you get your head straight about what it is you're asking for, and you just focus then on your life, you know, you don't have to fix yourself up or be a certain way or anything. In fact, it's good to be in this spot because you really do receive. Sorry, got interrupted there, but I'm back. Now, we were just talking about how the blessings are coming and opportunities are coming. The Knight of Swords is a charge forward. You know what is wonderful? When we ask Source and we become open to whatever Source wants to do to bring our opportunities, our freedom to us. All of a sudden we find we have energy. All of a sudden we find we feel like charging forward in something, but it's not motivated by fear or desperation. It's motivated by excitement. And wands, ace of wands, ace of wands. Yeah, Source is going to be bringing in opportunities for you, goals, and you may just charge forward in them. Maybe not even knowing the full plan. Because wands are an energy. They're not a, I have a 10-point plan for how I'm going to get there. They're really energy and their opportunity. So the Knight of Swords can be, you don't even have to have the full plan. You'll just feel like, okay. And charging forward can be writing something, saying something, proclaiming something. And we have 7 of coins. So there might be something to do with your work that has felt, and for a long time, that has felt dissatisfying. The harvest is there, but the 7 of coins. Look at, I like this one too, the Light Seer's Tarot. In the Rider Waite, the harvest is rich, but the workers looks pensive, looks pensively at it because maybe she's dissatisfied. There's a lot of hard work, or she doesn't get to take the harvest home, most of it, or she's weary. There's something, right? Or she doesn't feel like it's enough. There's something. And here too, he sees a small plant above, but look at all the wealth below here. So it's sort of like there might be something to do with the effort you're putting forth to improve your security, and that's health or wealth or both. There might be something you're dissatisfied with and have been for some time with this. So maybe that is what you are asking about, that increases your security. And to put the Judgment Angel, didn't I say something about the Judgment Angel in this reading? That it's the Judgment Angel that gives you clarity. Okay, and good judgment moving forward. So to put it upright, look at that. Just, you don't need to know the whole plan. You do the next right thing, the next thing that seems to provide wisdom. And not wisdom, enthusiasm and life that seems worth doing, any goal. This can be, man, I feel like cleaning out this closet today. Any goal. You're going to be given a number of them, I think. I feel like researching this particular profession. Or, I feel like telephoning this person and asking them about their experiences. It can be anything like that. If you allow these to mature, it will mature. You will have clarity and good judgment. You have the angels helping you. I feel like what's needed here is faith. I feel like your future self would tell you, trust to Source, be open and willing to receive the guidance, to receive the enthusiasm and the ideas and act upon them, the energy, and to not know the whole plan. Maybe you don't know exactly how you're going to get there, but obviously your plans, your goals will mature. Your main goals, your main priority will obviously mature, and you'll become masterful at it. This is relying on the wisdom of the angels. You can ask for signs too, that you're on the right track. You can ask for synchronicities. Yes, yes. And 8 of Cups. You can walk and spend time with Source, spend time with yourself, figure out your emotions that way. Walking and thinking is so much better than sitting and thinking. Or doing anything that's physical, that involves physical exercise while thinking. I do feel like that brings greater clarity and good judgment. There's a lot of action-based stuff here. and not really relying on your own reason in this reading at all. In fact, you might have an incomplete plan as far as the logic, the thinking goes, but that's okay. You should charge forward anyway. This is a spirit-led metamorphosis. Yeah, absolutely. Yep, yep, yep. And look at this. And it's not like it's sudden. There might be some things that suddenly come through, but you'll get more satisfaction, life-giving energy from walking it out. Taking the opportunities that come, the next thing and the next thing. You don't have to have the full picture because Source does. And it's sort of like moving right along, and then it matures. And there's more joy. I see it. Okay, so that's what I've got, pile number 3. I hope that's helpful to you. Thank you so much. See you next time.